Wow, your English is pretty good, by the way. I'm a bit shocked. I wasn't expecting it to be this good. But there's a difference between knowing the vocabulary and using it. So you're
Yeah, I
using it
know.
very well as well.
Oh, the way you are articulating the words, really, really fascinating.
We will speak about this topic. Come back to
I
me.
am gonna definitely. Hi, Miss. Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. So far, so good. How about you?
I'm good too. Would you like to tell me about yourself?
Why not? For sure. So this is Vikas Shukla from India. Also, like teaching is a kind of side job. You can say like that. So
Mhm.
that's a little description about me.
You're technically a teacher. Technically.
You could say that. Like it's a part-time job just to be a financial independent. Like that. I can say.
So it doesn't matter. You're still a teacher. You're
Definitely.
so it's good. So why
Exactly. You
are
can.
you learning English?
Mhm.
Why are you learning English?
Why am I learning? Of course, for making the communications. I mean, if you can speak well to anyone, with anyone, actually, you are very much open to, to accept the opportunities. And that could be the reason.
Wow, your English is pretty good, by the way. I'm a bit shocked. I wasn't expecting it to be this good.
Uh-huh. I
How,
appreciate that. Thank you so much.
how did you improve your English?
Well, I have really diligently worked on these kind of things. Like, uh,
Diligently. Big words. Wow.
yeah, there are so many words. Like one more vocab which is being very famous. Industrious. I hope you might know.
No, I do know, but I'm just surprised that you're using these big fancy words that usually natives use. So it's
Yeah,
really good.
because I'm trying all the times, to imitate or emulate the native speakers. That's the reason. Exactly. You could say like that.
It's
And also, that's the reason I'm here. It's a best opportunity or platform to, to have the one-to-one communication with the native speakers like that.
I love your energy. I have to admit, it's very good. Like,
Really?
yes, seriously, I haven't had a student like this in ages. Like they come to me, but they have dead battery, or they don't communicate very well, or they don't know these vocabularies basically. But your vocabulary is quite high. It's very good. Like you know a lot of fancy words.
Exactly, because I mean, it's all about reading. When I used to read kind of books, more self-help books, newspaper. So I used to encounter so many vocabs, and there I just search the meaning on the Google, and that's how I'm being very much familiar, acquainted with the vocabs. That's the reason.
But there's a difference between knowing the vocabulary and using it. So you're
Yeah, I
using
know.
it very well as well. So how did you improve your speaking?
I mean, I really worked my ass off. I could say like that. Believe me. Actually, it's all about consistency that I can say, and it's all about work effort. I mean, I don't know, but I
No, I
just
think it's good.
inculcated all the things like that, I could say.
Whatever you're doing, keep doing it because it seems like to work. What do you think of Cambly? Do you think it's good?
For me, definitely it's good because English is a language, and when it comes to communication, is an art. You should be having the strength to make the communication with someone, a very fascinating and intriguing way. And for that, I believe learning is always something that, I mean, it's an endless process.
It is an
You have
endless
to keep
process.
growing. You have to keep making the conversation so that you could really make anyone interested into yourself like
No,
that.
that's absolutely correct. I agree with that. Even at 26-year-old, with all my degrees, I'm still learning something new every single day. So I definitely do agree with that. I can
Mhm.
tell you're speaking with such passion about subjects like this, and I'm there like, oh my God, I'm dead because I've had literally a whole day of Cambly and speaking. I'm there like a dead battery, but you're just so energetic. It gave me energy.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
It's a contagious, it's contagious. That's the reason you could say like that.
Right. I don't know. I've had like a very draining day because the whole day, as I said, I was on Cambly teaching my
Mhm.
students. So right now it's time where I'm about to feel sleepy and I have a bit of a dead battery.
Today we are having a very pleasant weather. Right now it's raining, it's downpouring, and that's the reason I'm being a little bit excited, vibrant. That's how.
You like rain?
I mean, yeah, exactly. Not really, but uh, I mean, it's kind of sunny days, especially these days. So that's the reason I love it. It's very scorching, it's very sweltering, and mosquitoes are everywhere. So
Oh, I
today
understand.
I'm gonna sleep. I mean, just right now I'm standing on my balcony. All right. So I used to sleep here, because of.
That happens though. I think in hot countries, a lot of people sleep on in the balcony because there's literally no air, no breeze, nothing. So it's very difficult to sleep when it's very hot. That happens a lot in Turkey as well. Right now, I'm in Turkey. A lot of people during the summer do that. In the UK, we never see heat, so it doesn't really affect us. But in Turkey, obviously, there's
Yeah,
four seasons.
well, India is considered as a hotter region. That's the reason, I mean,
Yeah,
because of heat, we are being really, really. I mean, what can I say for this one? It's a very awful, to bear this heat all the time.
yeah.
So that's the reason this can be the best. I mean, winter kind of season is a little bit good
So
season
it's
for us.
cool and you like it with the
Ah,
rain.
definitely. Yeah, exactly, exactly, exactly.
When you sleep on the balcony, don't you get like so many mosquito bites everywhere?
Ah, definitely, definitely. That's the problem. So that's the reason I used to have my full sleeve shirt and full pants.
That they still access me somehow. Seriously, they literally bite my eye, my forehead. I get the spots in the most random places ever. I hate mosquitoes. I don't do well with.
Everyone, actually, everyone, it's something that very frustrating, when you listen the sounds of those mosquitoes every single second, coming
Oh
and
my
just sitting
god.
on your body. And especially the mark that they leave now, it's something really makes me angry,
No, no, no. I get it. I get it. I can relate because this summer. Oh, sorry. One moment.
No worries, no worries. Please go ahead.
No, it's just on loud. That's why. When I went camping during summer, we decided to go camping, which is a nice thing. It's an adventure. You enjoy it. However, as soon as we landed to the place, oh my god, so many mosquitoes bit me. I had like bruises, and I get allergic reactions as well. So I was
Yeah.
literally swollen all over. It was like the
Also,
worst.
can be the reason, I mean, you're very fair, na?
Oh my god, that's probably why.
No, definitely, you are very fair. So your marks are very much visible, but not us. I mean, we are not that much actually.
So you can push them away. You can push mosquitoes away. I can't. I use
Uh,
so many medications, those DEET sprays and stuff. I've used so many of those, but they don't work.
yeah, yeah. I can understand. I can relate that.
So the
We
climate
are.
is always hot in India.
Yeah, it's hot right now. I don't know why, man. I mean, it's a time which is something that the environment is changing. I mean, the kind of winter is coming, about to come, but still, it hasn't come till now. You know,
Hmm.
and it's
And
very frustrating to bear this heat. Actually, it's
what
sweltering.
degree is it usually? How many?
I don't know. I never measured. I mean, I never given a thought on it actually, but it might be something like 40 degree. Especially, I mean, Delhi. Have you heard? 35, 40, 40. Yeah, exactly. I can say like that.
Wow, I literally
I mean,
died at
no,
30.
the environment, I mean, kind of season is very crazy. I don't know what happens in the winter. I mean, in the daytime, it's very, really, really sweltering, but in the night time, it's kind of coolest, it's kind of cool.
Hmm.
So what's going on? I cannot differentiate it, but still,
Oh
I
my
hope, we are going to have this winter season, and I love winter,
god.
especially because I'm kind of
Of course
lethargic,
you like
and you can.
winter. Of course you'll like winter because it's always, always, always hot. And like I've had 3 months of summer where it hit 30 degrees and I was dying. I was about to collapse. I
Really?
hated it. I hated the weather because it gets very hot. You can't bear with the heat. And I'm a person, I was born and raised in London. So I'm used to a wet climate. As soon as I came to Turkey, I start collapsing. I start dying. And it's only 30 degrees. So I can't imagine you with 40 degrees.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, right now it's really, really tough, but still, we have been habituated of living here, and just adopting those kind of things that is being happening. So it's okay, okay. I mean, India is a kind of good country. I mean, for everything actually, for culture, diversification. I mean, cuisines, food, everything. So I love my country. Very all in all, I could say like that.
That's very good. So, to go back onto our English speaking topic, what do you expect from a tutor? What would you like me to do?
Okay, well, I mean, today I haven't brought, but what happens usually in every classes, I used to pick up any topic, I always have the topics to discuss with. But
That's
today, just
what I
we
like.
had a conversation about this, so I thought it's all right, to get into that.
That's exactly what I do. So I was just going to ask you. So usually I would throw random topics at my students and then we'll start discussing, negotiating what we think of certain things. It could be about anything. It could be about risk. It could be about crime. It could be about sports or hobby, literally anything. And then we start speaking about that. That's why I usually ask my students, what do you want me to do before I get onto my own things? But if you're the one that finds the topics, that's even better.
Okay, if you want to go with the topic, let's go. Can I?
Okay, what topic shall we
Uh,
talk about?
topic. I have already prepared. I mean, not prepared. I would say, like, something like I just have gone through the topic. So today topic I have made up my mind for nepotism. Is nepotism?
Nepotism.
Yeah, exactly.
What the hell is that?
Nepotism. I mean, what's the pronunciation? I don't know. It's nepotism. I don't. I mean, do you know about
I've
that or
never
not?
heard of it, no.
N-E. Maybe I am not pronouncing it right.
No,
Nepotism.
it's nepotism, the practice among those with power or influence of favoring relatives or friends, especially by giving them jobs.
Okay.
I've literally
It's a new. Really?
yeah.
Oh
So
my
what
gosh.
do what
I mean, it's a very common phrase. It's a common very vocab. I mean, it's something. The person who are. I mean, whose ancestors are born with everything. Kind of. They are lavish, having well off. Being talented in any kind of things. So their children, when after growing, I mean, after becoming younger, when they want to do anything, they just get into kind of categories. In kind of job, and they get the benefit. By their own father's position. So that is called nepotism. For
so
example,
I know
politicians.
what that theory is, but I didn't know that theory was called nepotism. So I actually learned something new. You just taught me something.
Really?
Yeah.
Sounds good to me. Well,
That's
mhm.
probably because I studied biochemistry, so I don't know these terms when it comes to theory. I know the theories, but I don't know the terms given to them. But what do you think about nepotism? So do you think it's a fair act or an unfair act?
Well, we cannot. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I cannot say it's a fair act or not. But it's all fine. It's definitely good until and unless I mean, we are not dominating anyone who is having the talent. In that kind of profession or domain. Let's
Mm-hmm.
take a case. If someone is having the talent, you should be allowing that person to come up and just confront all the things. Just holding the thing actually, because nepotism is being practiced in kind of Hollywood film industries. First of all,
Mm-hmm.
politicians, especially those who are not illiterated, kind of educated, and the one who are like cricketers, especially. I mean, you can see even the doctors. Doctor's son wanna become doctor, the next
Yeah,
doctor. Yes, no.
they have that impact. You're right. Mm-hmm.
Exactly. A cricketer's son wanna become cricketer.
But do
Exactly.
you think that's right? I personally don't think that's right because I feel like that's a bit of a family pressure, firstly. And secondly, if all of these people get the benefits, then there's
Mhm.
so many potential talents out there as well that are neglected. So how
Oh, well, let me honest to you, it's not something that we can make the decision on this basis. First of all, we need to understand, because their father, mama, they have been doing already into that profession. So, they are kind of working like a trainer, for that individual, for their
but they
son or children,
what
you know.
the opportunities. For example, okay, if my mum and my dad's a doctor and I'm working into becoming a doctor, that means I neglect myself from finding out information about different careers. Maybe I'm gonna like architecture one day, or I'm gonna like being a singer one day. I'm not gonna be able to get that opportunity. Don't you think it's a bit wrong?
Oh, well, definitely. As I said, it definitely depends. But for the most part, what happened is that no one is able to, understand what they have to do in their life because of this faulty education system. It's not worth it all. So what happened is that, we are dependent completely on our parents, until and unless we cannot make the mistake, we are not allowed to go out, we cannot understand what we have to exactly do. We have to explore ourselves for that. So I
No,
believe, because in the lavish family, what happened is that they are already getting all kind of things, so they don't understand the value for the small things, for the trivial things. And we definitely understand because we
that's
are belonging
absolutely
from the
true.
middle class family.
And value is very important. You need to know the value. You need to work hard to get something. Otherwise, you won't know the value. So yes.
Okay, so time is running out. Time is running out. I love the conversation. The pronunciation, how the way you are, articulating the words. It was really, really fascinating.
We will speak about this topic. Come back to me.
I am gonna go. Definitely, for sure. Thank you so much.
See you. Good night. Bye bye.
Thank you. Good night. Bye bye.